Good morning everyone. Myself, Yogi Rajan. Today I am going to present on presentation about music, influence of music on mental health. Ever wondered what can music do to your mental health? It is an art of arranging sound in time through the elements of melody, harmony, and timbre. It is one of the universal cultural aspects of human societies. The benefits of music to mental health are music can lessen feelings of isolation, improve mood, decrease depression, anxiety reduction, stress management, bottled up emotions are set free. Music, effective therapy for pain. Overall, music does have positive effects on pain management. Music can help reduce the sensation and distress of both chronic pain. Listening to music reduces chronic pain by 20 to 21% and depression up to 25%. Theories of positive effects about music. Music serves as a distractor. Music may give the patient a sense of control. Music causes the body to realize endorphins and contract pain. Slow music relaxes person by slowing down the breathing and heartbeat. Heal the soul. Music has the ability to heal the soul is the stuff of legend in every culture. Many people find that music lifts the spirit. Modern research tends to confirm music psychotherapeutic benefits. Bright, cheerful music is the most obvious prescription for the blues. Thank you.
Any questions? Any questions?
Any question regarding presentation?
How can you reduce my mental stress by music?
By listening to good music.
Look at the camera. Be very careful. It's still okay.
Thank you.
Next.
Quick. Gaurav, get ready. Asif, I'm not happy with the presentation. The way you have made the PPT is not at all great. Because you have taken less than 1 minute to explain yourself. You are a computer science engineer. You should know how things work. Next, this PPT is really good.
Good name.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Navin Kumar from.
Please switch on the mic.
Hi everyone, this is Navin Kumar from CSE-B. I want to present about my PPT, the effect of environment pollution on society. Natural environment is crucial importance of
You
social
should
and
know how
economic
to
life.
hold a mic, how to stand before the camera. It's very clearly seen. You are in front of the camera. Adjust yourself. See, presentation is not only about just reading out from the PPT. You should know all this. You go ahead.
The three major types of pollution are air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. Air pollution, the harmful substance present in air is known as air pollution.
Why
By
are you
breathing
running like that? Take some time. Explain everything.
the harmful hormone by breathing harmful air.
What happened?
I'm not prepared. I'm
You are not prepared. Go, then stand before the camera. Look at yourself.
క్యామ్ పడుతుంది.
Read what you have written there and explain. Quick. Read it out.
By, by breathing pollutant air continuously, we get the health problems like asthma, cancer, and heart diseases, etc. Water pollution. The pollutants which are discharged directly or indirectly into water bodies is known as water pollution. By consuming polluted water continuously, we get the health problems like diarrhea, vomiting, typhoid, diarrhea, skin lesions, and land pollution. By degradation of alkaline surfaces, often caused by human activities and their misuse of land resources. By, mix, by mixing the pollutants like plastics into the soil directly, the soil is polluted. The pol- so let's save trees and save water and save earth by stopping pollution. Thank you. Any questions?
Okay, how can you reduce the pollution?
By planting trees, we can stop pollution.
Can you reframe the same question instead of directly asking how can you reduce pollution? Can you ask like this? Can you suggest some, advices or plans to reduce pollution? Ask the same question in a different way. Ask. Can you suggest some plans for reducing pollution? Please answer.
Can you suggest plans how to reduce the pollution and global warming?
By planting trees, by, by not cutting trees, we can save the plants. By planting trees, any other questions? Thank you.
The next person, please.
డైరెక్ట్ నన్ను త్రీ
Not at all handling the camera properly. Please
Yeah.
go back.
పడిపోతుంది.
You have to handle it
What
without
handle?
making it happen. Come back. You go ahead.
Hi, this is Gautam from CSE-B. Today I want to tell my presentation on online education. Online advantages of some online education. Online education is very popular recently due to the pandemic situation. All education students started practicing the online courses considering the safety of the students. There are advantages of some online educations. Benefits of online education: increase students' interaction, cost effective, availability of 24/7, flexibility, and students' concentration.
You are just reading from the PPT.
There are some advantages of online education: time management, affordable, adaptive, and managerial. multitasking. Time management is one of the major pros of the online education. Due to traveling, there are so much of time wastage. So online education we can manage so much of time. Various courses are covered under the one roof. This is also related to the time management. Due to the above mentioned reasons, students can learn wide courses in a short period. Adaptive it is very convenient and flexible to for students and for also parents to take care of the children. They have to be in the house and they prepare in very cheap of cost. Only once we buy the laptop or phones, we can easily adapt to the multitasking. Online courses are a boon to people who are discontinuing their studies for the pursuit of their career. Since it is flexible, one can concentrate both studies as well as in their careers. Online education is more advantageous to the education institution and their maintenance cost is totally reduced. Maintenance include cost of classrooms, electricity cost, water cost, and house repairing costs and so on. As we know, online education is one of the big life saver during the pandemic situation. Parents are worried about the safety of their children and not ready to send them in the educational institutions. They are also worried about their education of the children, so they prefer the online education is very good and it is balanced. Thank you. Any questions?
Turn the camera only when people are asking questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Only advantages are there, why don't disadvantages are there in online education?
I am telling the advantage of the online educations. There are more than advantages than disadvantages.
Can you suggest the disadvantages of online education?
Online education have only one disadvantage. Only poor people can't get their phones or tabs by their. So only one disadvantage I think.
Students are distracting the online classes and diverting to the other apps.
No,
User is not a disadvantage.
yes, but no, not all the students are. Only some it is. All the students are more than. There are more advantages.
Okay, thank you.
This very still in the way.
If anybody wants to ask a question, they'll come here. If not, they'll ask only the voice over.
Okay, next person. Kindly switch off the mic once it is done. D not. D not. Deepika, get ready.
If anyone want to ask questions, please come here.
Yes.
Hi everyone, I am Arsha. I want to tell you about the nanotechnology. So nanotechnology. So, what is nanotechnology? Nanotechnology is a art of science that manipulating the atoms or molecules into nanoscale. That means 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. It is an advanced technology also. So nanotechnology in computers, at first we have a computer which has the size of the room. Now by using the nanotechnology we are changing the inside of the parts into nano and reducing the size, and now we are using laptops, smartphones, such it is used in nanotechnology in computers. So now you are seeing that it is a nano robot which used in medical field, that it is used in medical field such as they inject in two methods. One is by sending the robot in steps, or by injecting the robots by using sweats. In the what is the advantage is that by sending it can find the
Just take the mic, switch it off, give the mic to somebody else. Speak, speak loudly. There is an inbuilt mic already.
Oh, this is a nanotechnology robot which we send in sweat form. By sending the robot in a inside our body, it finds our diseases and cure by without any side effects. So that is the advantages of nano robot. This is a neural link which you know that it was invented by the Elon Musk. So advantage is that by keeping the chip into the brain, it can control our body, and it can say water detects in our body, and it is connected to our phone by Bluetooth connection. We can find and you can store the data also, and this works on by keeping inside our brain, and there is no effect which shows to the brain, and stores the data of our brain. And while in sleep we come to the dream, the dream also can be stored, and we can delete what we are thinking and what we are dreaming also. So that is advantages of neuron link, which was invented by the Elon Musk, and it was test it, and it came to the abroad countries also. So last and final conclusion is that this nanotechnology is a advanced technology which further are using in abroad cities. Already it has been introduced, and like we'll show in some movie fictions in like in Marvels also, that technology is coming in further generations. So that is advantages of nanotechnology, which can change the large amount of the material into small amount of material. That's it. Thank you. Anybody have any doubts? Anyone? Okay.
Is nanotechnology expensive?
No, it's not expensive, but the technology can reduce the man's work, so we can reduce so much space also. So it is used.
Hello.
It's in used in it is used in many fields such as medical field, agricultural field. So good morning, sir.
Be louder.
Sir, good morning, sir.
I have something to say. Very good morning. Very good morning. Okay. You can turn towards camera. Listen to me. Am, am I audible for you?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So appreciations. I think. Yeah. I think you are addressing one of your friend's questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. So there is a transfer delay. Don't worry. Once I stop speaking, you can respond. I'll wait for your response. All right.
Okay, sir.
Then I appreciate this boy's presentation style. What's your name?
Harsha, sir. My name is Harsha.
Harsha, yeah, yeah. In fact, Harsha has done all the best. And if this kind of a work is undertaken, presentations practice will have a meaning. I saw so many of you are putting your slides and then start reading off the whole information from the slides. But this boy did not do like that. He has picked up all what needed for talking about the title that he has taken. So you can happily go forward, try taking some of the questions, and your presentation will become definitely one of the best presentations. All right.
Okay, sir.
I
Thank you,
think
sir.
what Mahati ma'am says. What does Mahati ma'am say about it?
Ma'am.
Yes, sir, it's definitely better than the previous ones.
Yes,
Everybody is just, one boy is unable to even read from the PPT that he has prepared.
that's not fair. That's not fair.
So he definitely deserves some appreciations.
That, that's great. Good luck. Keep continuing. I'll be joining you again.
Okay, sir.
Please
Any
answer
more,
your question.
any more questions?
Is Neuralink is 5G based company or 4G based company?
It's 5G based company.
Till now, there is no advancement in 5G based company in India. In which
But in
year
abroad
you
it has been introduced.
but very few countries.
Yeah, but it is has been introduced, right?
Yes.
That's it. Thank you.
Good job, Harsha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next. Please look yourself into the camera. The screen is right before you. Move towards the right. Somebody put the camera a little down. Along. You fine? Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello everyone, myself Deepika. I am here to speak on the topic
Be louder.
impact of modern agriculture in India. What do you mean by modern agriculture? Modern agriculture is an evolving approach to agriculture innovations and farming practices that help farmers to increase its efficiency and increase, reduce the number of natural resources like water, land, and energy resource to meet the world's food, fuel, and fiber needs. The agribusiness, intensive farming, organic farming, and sustainable agriculture are the another names of modern agriculture. Do you ever think what are the impacts of modern agriculture? There is soil erosion, alteration, deforestation, soil pollution. As the technology has developed today, we are using advanced machines. Due to the excessive water supply, the top fertile soil of the farmland is removed, and this leads to nutrient-rich soil and decreases the productivity. Nowadays, we are obtaining desired traits from the product using genetically modified organisms, which are not pure. Finally, farmers are used to practice traditional cultivation rather than modern techniques. They use most of the agrochemicals without having any knowledge about any
We
questions.
don't have good voice. It should be audible to the whole seminar hall. Everybody is there. Can you all hear me? Harsha could be heard by everyone. Okay? questions? Any questions? Okay. D2.
Good morning. I am Ravikiran from CSE-B. My topic is population explosion.
Loud. My topic is population explosion.
My topic is population explosion. Today, our country is facing one of the most serious problem is overpopulation. Uh, uh, our country, the population 138 millions. China is at top position, and our country is in second position. Population. It is defined as a group of animals or people, kind particular kind that live in space. Explosion. A sudden and very fast increase. Effects of population explosion. Over use of natural resources like land, water, soil, etc. Uh, Increasing food demand, increasing waste generation, shortage of education facilities. Other effects like unemployment, increasing crime rate, poverty, energy crisis, child abuse, overcrowding of cities. Population control. Uh, Measure of population control is three types of measures: social measure, economic measure, and other measure. Social measure: minimum age of marriage, self-control, raising the status of women, adoption, spread of education, social security. Economic measures: more employment opportunities, development of agriculture and industries, standard of living, urbanization. Other measures: late marriage, self-control, self-planning, recreational facilities, publicity. This picture tells resources are less and their defense population is more on resources. Okay, thank you. Any questions?
How can you reduce population? By you said three methods, right?
Yes. Late marriages, uh, one or none children to reduce the population.
But how do you control the population?
One or none child to reduce the population. Thank you.
C3. Many of PPT is not even observable. You uploaded it. So I think come,
Go ahead. Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here. Today, as you can see on the screen, today we are going to know about what is sustainable agriculture. First of all, let me tell you why is sustainable agriculture is important in our daily life. By most of the estimates, in next 50 years, our population is going to be increased about 9.6 million. It means it deserves extra food which we cannot be cultivated with our normal farming methods. So to increase that food production, we should need sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture have the advantages of satisfying the human food fibers and enhancing the environment quality, and it uses most of the natural resources widely and conserves water and reduces pollution. Sustainable agriculture it is based on three legs too. Uh, the three stools are of the sustainable agriculture are environment, economics, and community. Sustainable agriculture helps in economically because many of the poor people are not having any occupation to do that. By adapting the sustainable agriculture, we can give them a chance to enhance their livelihood. By adapting to this sustainable agriculture, it provides security to those farm families and helps to the workers to increase the food production by adapting to the new food system. Sustainable agriculture have some conservative methods of water. Those are layer cutting, cross breeding, and drip irrigation, etc. By some of the hydroponic plants are also being grown in the sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture are also grown in a closed room naturally without any pesticides and fertilizers. Sustainable agriculture also sounds environmentally. It preserves the soil quality and fertilizes it very much by nourishing the soil effectively. Sustainable agriculture also helps in domestic improvements by adapting to those natural systems. It also encourages to the communities, poor communities, whom they are suffering with and whom they are suffering with jobless. By adapting to this, they can get job opportunities by which they can lead their livelihood. Sustainable agriculture clears the following problems: continuing soil losses, food safety concerns, water. It helps in reducing water pollution and soil pollution without using without using those fertilizers and pesticides. It also able to treat the cure the hunger of the many people by increasing the food production, and it also helps in conservating the natural resources which can be used to our future generations, and it helps in reducing the global warming, and it is also agriculture. It is also accomplished in agriculture much, and there are still many problems to solve in the new and old farming systems that can be done by adapting the sustainable agriculture. So sustainable agriculture is trying to solve the most of the problems in modern agriculture and in old agriculture. by which we can increase our food production up to our satisfaction. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Are there any questions?
This agriculture is better than modern agriculture or traditional agriculture?
Both. It is better than the modern agriculture and traditional agriculture, because traditional agriculture not helps us in increasing the food production, and modern agriculture leads to the pollution of nature, etc. But adapting this sustainable agriculture, we can reduce the pollution and we can increase our food production by adapting to this food system.
Implementation takes more time.
We can implement in less time also by adapting to those drip irrigation, layer cutting. Those are very small things to do to us.
Which areas is beneficial for this agriculture?
Every farming land is efficient for sustainable agriculture. Thanks for asking. Still, are there any questions? Okay, thanks for giving me this opportunity.
C4.
A very good morning to all. First, welcome to my presentation, and let me thank you for all being here. Let us introduce myself. Myself, Srinivas Medana from CSE-B, coming from Vizag. So, as today our topic is impacts of online education on students, as you can see. So, as the COVID has been came and it has been changed the education and dramatically, and overall 1.3 billion of students have been shut from classrooms. So now in this presentation, we all learn about what is online education and what are its types and what are the advantages and disadvantages of online education. So, what is online education? Online education is a type of distance learning between a student and a teacher, like without attending to school or any university. So, in this online education, there are two types. One is synchronous and asynchronous. So, synchronous. It is like a offline, like attending to college or school, and they have a direct communication. Now, asynchronous, it is the type of online learning like without attending to university and college, etc. So, in this, there are so many advantages of online education. One, there is a flexibility of time, and there is no transport needed, and it is now the online education is available at a lower cost, and and it is a convenient, and there is no peer pressure, and and there are also some disadvantages of online education. There is no practical experience, and there is no self enthusiasm, and because the student needs a lot of practical experience, and there is a lack of self assessment, and there is a risk of social isolation, like addicting addicting to like Instagram, WhatsApp, like that. And in future, not in future, now also there are 65% of post institution, they are providing the colleges in online. Like for example, Swayam, NPTL, and Marks courses they are providing. And there are large number of schools are participating, and there is one big company that is IIMD that is linked up to EDX platform. Hmm. So in business, there are some big companies. They are investing so much money. For example, recent um, Google company has invested 40 millions, which is tied up with Reliance Learning Academy. Next, and another online education giant academy also invested did almost 15.795 euros. They are the CEOs of famous online education platforms, and there are the and here are the, some of the online education platforms which provides very sufficient education. There are Zoom, Socrates Academy, Code Academy, Byju's, An Academy, Animator. These are, and of course, Swayam also there. So finally, my conclusion is that there is so much improvement has been come to this online education, and it also helps us to break the educational barriers. And there is a lot of improvement. And thank you. Any questions?
Maybe have a question?
Is online based education is better than non-education?
In my opinion, online education is not very good because you must get the practical experience and self-assessment. They will because practical experience will only teach in colleges, not in online.
Is an academy is better than by this in terms of UPSC?
As an academy, it's just of course, in my point of view, both are worst because we have to pay the money and listen.
Good job, Srinivas. Aditya?
Good morning, one and all present here. First of all, welcome to my presentation and thank you all for being here. So, let me introduce myself. I'm Aditya of first year CSE-B. So, our topic is, as you can see on the screen, stress has powerful impact on various aspects of students' life. So, my question is, what's stress? Stress is a thing that affects the mental stability of a human. So let's see some of the causes students cite as stress. The first one comes frequent examinations and deadlines. Uh, as there are many frequent examinations and deadlines in the schools and colleges, students are facing enough trouble to maintain the stress level and to cope up some of the things to cope up the stress. And second thing is difficulty in organizing the work. So it depends on the students how he organizes the work about him or himself. So next we'll see what stress does on students. First of all, it decreases the academic achievements and decreases motivation, which is a risk for college dropouts and many school dropouts. It affects the mental stability, by causing depression and anxiety in students, which major students cite as causes of stress. And students who experience stress has reported worse health outcomes and reduce the quality of life. So next, you can see on the screen, here is the graph of the students faced among the academic stress. So the first one comes in the graph with 96% is parental expectations, and the second is fear of failure in exams with 96%, and the third thing, which is the main thing, which is comparison with others. We should not compare ourselves with others. We should keep going on the way we do. I think what's right for you, and here are some of the ways to overcome stress. First of all, get a proper sleep, focus on health and medication, and try practicing positive thinking. So, are there any questions? No? Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My topic is about power of youth. నేను అవ్వట్లేదు నాకు. Importance of youth. Brain. Importance of youth. మేడం అయిపోతున్నాయి పైకి అలాగా.
Okay, I'll change for you. I'll change the slides for you.
Young people not only represent the future of our country, we are one of the society's main agents of change and progress. Young people are full of hope, and through imagination and innovation, they are problem solvers. Madam, slide change. Slide change. Role of youth in society. Youth are the backbone in the society. Youth has a new role to renew, refresh, and maintain current status of the society. A youth created society. Vivekananda, in his conveyed his ideas to people, and his messages broke through shackles of caste and creed. Neeraj Chopra is the India's
Can you
first.
actually stand before the camera properly?
Neeraj Chopra is the India's first Olympic gold medalist. Young people have ideas. Youth can change the future. Young people can have ideas, creativity, and great energy to shape better world. Today's youth are tomorrow's leaders. And the great statement written by the Franklin D. Roosevelt was, "We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future." Thank you.
Sorry, I don't think anybody understood your presentation to ask any question. There is no preparation, there is no seriousness. Sorry. Go ahead.
Good morning, all. This is Mohit from CSE-B. Today, I am here to present a beautiful topic called as precision agriculture. It is based on IoT, that means Internet of Things. We can cultivate with the help of the Internet. Uh, Actually, I come up with a little bit of story. In my lockdown time, at morning 5 a.m. one day, I read newspaper. The article is about two farmers, farmer A and farmer B. Both invest 10,000 rupees in farming, but the returns are like 20,000 rupees and 1 lakh rupees. What is the difference? Both to agriculture, but the difference is the way of agriculture. The way of agriculture is different. That means farmer A do agriculture in normal style, but second farmer do with precision. Farmer we cultivate with the help of IoT based agriculture, that means precision. Uh, Here is the topic precision agriculture. Uh, Here this is the slide which is taken from the popular website in the Google. Uh, this slide indicates IoT application in agriculture. The first one is precision agriculture. We can cultivate the agriculture with the help of internet, that means satellite and IoT technology, AR technology, VR technology, and artificial intelligence, and also machine learning. And another example is stock farming and smart agriculture and drip agriculture. Um, Here is the slide and the precision agriculture. What will differentiate normal agriculture with precision agriculture? The only thing is we can reduce man effort. We can increase drone with the help of IoT based, uh, and the farming and harvesting can done robots and drones also. Uh, with the help of AR and VR, there is a man's called artificial intelligence robot which take care 24 by 7 in every plant also. Here is the slide. Plant by plant, take care, drone and satellite image. What does drone and satellite image? We can observe the plantation and we can take care every plant. We can take care every plant. What are the drawbacks in that plant? We can rectify it for good yield. This agriculture is for good yield and it is future agriculture. We can cultivate without soil also. That means in uh, this is 21st century. That means everyone is based on technology and urbanization and development takes place very hugely, that means exponentially. But uh, in that sense, uh, we are lacking of fields. By doing this precision agriculture we can take care our lands, and we cannot pollute soil and water consumption also. uh, this weeding is based on roboticide. That means artificial intelligence and machine learning based agriculture. And insect targeting can be done by not by mans, it is done by drones. Uh, we can sit any place in any area in this world. We can control our things like here is here is the image of uh, tractors and cultivators and drones. We can control this from home also with the help of our keyboard and mouse. This is the best advantage for precision agriculture. We in this today world we are so much busy with different works, schooling, colleging, and jobs in software industry. We cannot take care of our agriculture, but in this agriculture we can sit any place. We can control ourselves with better efficient manner for high yields also. Here is the one type of agriculture called as vertical farming. It is subdomain of IoT type farming. In this vertical farming, suppose we take this conference in this room as just for lab. We can happily cultivate 10,000 plants in this room also. That means we can cultivate the farming without soil. Without soil, someone arises question: Is this is possible? Yeah, this is possible. It is the top trending technology in USA mainly. This is known as hypothetics system, and it this is the diagram how hypothetics takes place in nowadays in USA. After 2 to 3 years, our India will host it this type of agriculture. Nowadays, government also improves agriculture, agriculture sustainability. Our future in cultivation is not like our past. It is totally based on internet. That means we can control everything with the help of our mobile phones, laptop, and Wi-Fi systems, drone systems. This is possible only our development in future artificial intelligence sector and machine learning sector. Um, okay, thank you. Any questions?
Do you think hydroponic cultivation is helpful to our health?
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, it improves mineral content also in agriculture system.
But without the help of sunlight, I think that production is.
It is possible without sunlight because sunlight contains some HMU type content, that means chloro. With the help of chlorophyll and sunlight, we can do normal agriculture. But in hydroponics, we can create artificial sunlight and artificial mineralization. It also improves mineral content. So this is also possible. Hydroponics is mainly sufficient.
Does the quality of the food change? Like,
This quality also very increases. Uh, Before 2 years, all the scientists have doubt like you, is it is possible, and some doubt like is the mineral content is increase or not. But the answer is very simple. It increases our human health efficiency also. It cannot causes any diseases further because we did not use much pollutants and much pesticides in this type of agriculture. Because of 24/7 each plant take care. That's it.
thank you.
Good job,
Mohit.
Mohit. Don't you think he has a command over the subject that he has taken, that he has chosen? So every question he has answered very well. He did not hesitate to.
That's right. Even I have written out comments. If
Yes,
you can
sir,
just
please.
put them on the screen, everybody will watch it out. But it seems the whole presentation went on very well. Some of the positive comments, just click on, show it on the screen, it goes. What did I write?
The boy is also doing very good.
Yeah, this boy is also doing very great. Okay, I was just following him, and I heard that this boy is wonderfully doing well. It's especially his voice articulation is quite good. Of course, the rest of the areas are also fine, and all of you are with content very good done. You're all doing very well. But the missing part that you have to learn from him is, particularly, he is articulating things very well. Next one, next comment, man. Because language lab observes more than what the presentation is all about. On the other hand, his explanation is very good. It's quite confident. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Keep working on the similar lines. And there are other comments also. If at all one of the teachers will take care of this kind of a job, or one of you on the screen, if you start keeping them, okay? I just asked you to show them, but some positive notes. Okay, this is one thing. And next, I have some interesting questions on you. What is topic?
Precision agriculture.
What is it?
Precision agriculture, sir.
Okay.
IoT is based agriculture.
Wow, that's interesting. How come this technology is going to make human life comfortable? Because slowly, technology is percolating into everywhere, even when you bring that into agriculture also.
Yes, sir.
How is that we can, give a kind of a hope for human bonding? Because you and your father are bonded together. One cannot easily separate you and him
Yes, sir.
from that enjoyment of the bonding. Don't you feel that this technology is going to be a trouble between father and yours bonding? If that comes into our life that is connected with agriculture, what kind of a damage it does? So this is an apprehension only. Can you just try with your own idea what is that you can throw a light on it?
Sir, we are in developing area. In every sector, we are developing based on technology. I think agriculture should be developed very for high yields. Uh, By using modern technologies like artificial intelligence, it is quite helpful uh, because it does not necessarily much man. It is not possible to take care every plant, but with this technology we can take care every plant by 24 by 7. Uh,
There are more advantages than disadvantages.
Yes, sir.
Right, when technology intervenes.
yes, sir.
But I am talking about those little disadvantages. Don't you feel that the manpower will be, or employment will be cut for the sake of sorry, because of this AI's intervention?
Uh, I think so, but in one field, the employment should decrease. In other field, employment should be increased in software industry. Who worked with artificial intelligence and machine learning, who learned from this.
Very good answer. Very good answer. But anyway, that is not appropriate answer. But anyway, you have managed it very well. But I'm talking about the agriculture labor and how is the agriculture with man mind. And I always feel that man is always master, not the technology. Technology is always slave to a master, right? So my doubt is how is this slavery that is not to come on the face of human beings because of this AI? Just try to say something.
Nowadays, farmer tell his son you should improve in studies, not like me. Uh, you cannot do farming because it is based on our atmosphere. Uh, this technology will come in India after.
If you could come saying that man never be definitely a slave for technology, sir. Technology never rules over the minds of man, sir, because it is made by man alone, right?
Yes.
It is how a man gets ready to use it matters. Fine?
Yes, sir.
And anyway, I have said a story to uh, other counterparts in the other classroom who are presenting. You can get to know from them.
Okay, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions you have, you can take them. You don't have? They don't have it?
Does anybody have a question?
Instead of adapting this IoT, we can adapt sustainable agriculture.
I think IoT based agriculture is more sufficient than sustainable agriculture or modern agriculture.
But sustainable agriculture is friendly to nature.
It
And
is
it
friendly.
also helps in yielding more.
It takes place with soil. In this agriculture, we do not have the advantage with soil.
By growing plants in soil, we can get more nutrients, etc. by using those natural resources instead of using this technology.
Without using natural resources, this is possible. So I suggest this is the one.
But I think this technology-based farming is somewhat injurious to health.
Before 5 years, everyone has same doubt, but in USA, this is the top trending technology. It is sufficient.
Oh, good luck.
You have a question? Thank you, Mohan.
Thank you.
A very good morning to all. Welcome to my presentation. Let us introduce myself. My name is Srinivas Nadana from CSE-B. Now, today, you see, our today topic is presentation of online education. As we know that the COVID has been came, it has been changed education pattern, and there are 1.3 billions of students have been lost their education. Hmm. So now we are learn about the what is online education. So online education, it is a type of distance learning where between the student and the lecturer. And it also called as without attending to college and listening from home. And in online education, there are two types. One is synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous. That means it is also called as offline education, where it has a direct communication between a student and lecturer. And whereas asynchronous, where it is like an online education, that means the teacher will instruct the student in online and without offline. And there are so many advantages of online education. One is online education, it is very convenient and there is no peer pressure. And in online education, there is a flexibility of time. And there is no transportation of needed. And the online education now is also available at lower cost. And there are some disadvantages of online education also there. One is there will be no practical experience because a student must get a practical experience and it is very important to his life. And one thing, and there is lack of health problems like getting mental pressure and psychological diseases, and there is a risk of social isolation. And a student must be get the self assessment. And in future we may expect online education, but now also there the 62% of post secondary institutions are providing online education, sir, because in their place because of and there are large number of western countries also inventing this online education. And there is one big company that is IIMD that is tied up with the EDX platform and the business probability. There are some big companies, they are putting some investments. They are Google Capital. It has been invested 40 millions in online education platform. And there is an online education giant academy, which is also invested 15.795 millions. And you see that their photos, they are the CEOs of the great online education academy and Indians Learning Academy. And you see this picture, there are the popular online education platforms. There are Zoom and Socrato, Code Academy, Byju's, Animato and Unacademy, and Swayam. Of course, Swayam I did not have it. And finally, my conclusion is that online education is very helpful to all. But there is some advantage, but there is some disadvantages also there. But so there is need a lot of improvement. There is need to create a awareness for online education, and it also helpful to break the educational barriers. Thank you. Any questions?
Prasunna from CSE-B and I am here to give PPT presentation on the topic effect of drugs on teenagers. Nowadays, drugs have a huge effect on teenagers and drug use is associated with a variety of negative consequences. Statistics have shown that drug abuse is the major problem nowadays. And before knowing the effect of drugs, let us know why teenagers are addicted to drugs. Through various resources and by reading various guides, I have found out that teenagers are misguided and misguided that stress can be reduced and their emotional problems can be solved by taking drugs. But after taking drugs, their health is affected physically and as well as mentally, and it may lead to suicide also. And now let us know the effect of drugs. There are physical effects as well as mental effects on teenagers. Physical effects. It may cause damage to nervous system and it may cause lung cancer and heart attack and physically they may and mentally they may affect too. Their mind is getting affected and they are going into a trance into the imaginary world and it may cause depression, dizziness and etc. And but the current news have shown that in India, through NGO survey, 13% of people are taking drugs and they are mainly below 20 years. And by seeing graph, you can say that the taking of illegal drugs have been increased day by day and the suicide cases are also increasing. You can see the graph, it has increased a lot within 10 years. If this continues, mm, it may even lead to, it may become one of the national problem. And for every problem, there is a solution and drugs abuse can be reduced. We can say that drug inspectors should be on duty as they are on duty only up to 8 hours and night night there the drug mafia is taking it from one place to another place. If they are on duty, this problem may be solved. And many movies are showing usage of drugs and teenagers are attracting to it. So such movies should be banned and there are many clinics and drug tests should be done to teenagers. And drugs take you to hell and disguised as heaven. Thank you. Any questions? Any?
Hi everyone, this is K. Kushal Kumar from CSE-B. Hi everyone, this is K. Kushal Kumar. Today my presentation topic is drug. Drug is a chemical that affects the body to brain. Different drugs can have different effects. Some effects of drugs include health consequences that are long lasting and permanent. Anybody have what is meant by drug? No one? Okay, let us continue. There are few ways of a person can take drugs, including injection and inhalation. The effects of the drugs on the body can depend on how the drug is delivered. Drug is an chemical, and you take affect the body brains, and a drug must be able to pass through your body and into your brain, allowing breath. The different types of drugs. There are recreational drugs and medicinal drugs, illegal drugs, legal drugs. Recreational drugs are used in spare time. There are alcohol and use and cigarettes also. In illegal drugs are also called as alcohol, cocaine. There are so many used in, and drugs are only are not used in cocaine. There are also used in medical purpose, and illegal drugs are called cocaine, caffeine. There are also so many types of drugs are in different types. Let us see. Oh, do you know what is meant? What is your opinion intake of drugs? Anyone?
Please share your ideas.
What is your opinion in intake of illegal drugs? Anyone? Illegal drugs are drugs where production, distribution are used in body brains. Thank you.
Okay, next person. You have?
What are the disadvantages of taking drugs?
This number?
18. I'm taking 18. 18.
You are
18.
Body pains, losing behavior, self behavior, self control. There are also disadvantages of taking drugs.
What is your opinion?
Hey.
What is your opinion on taking illegal drugs?
No opinion.
Kavita, please go. Can I have some silence? ఒక నిమిషం మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు.
Today my topic is about deforestation. What is deforestation? Deforestation is nothing but clearing or cutting of trees and removal of forests. Examples for deforestation include conservation of landforms, ranches, or urban use. Causes of deforestation. The main cause of deforestation are most of the land is cutted to for the cultivation of agriculture. For farmers cut down or burn forest or trees for agriculture. Intensive or modern agriculture destroy the forest on the large scale. It is the principal cause of deforestation in some countries. In the America, 35%, Asia, 50%, and Africa, 75%. What are the effects of deforestation? Effects of deforestation are soil erosion, expansion of deserts, decrease in rainfall. First, soil erosion. The soil gets wasted away with water on slopy area in the absence of trees, leading to soil erosion. Expansion of deserts. Due to the cutting of trees, the land was occupied by sand and the land is converted into the deserts. And next, decrease in rainfall. Because of trees and the forest, the rainfall is occurring. And if we remove the trees or plants from forests, the rainfall decrease and there is no rainfall in the atmosphere. It brings rains and maintains high humidity in atmosphere. Next, what is the control and what are the controls to decrease deforestation? The main thing is deforesting plants. Uh, Many countries in the world have started deforesting and reforestry, and Eastern Asian nations are leading to reforest many plants. Many countries are, including China, has successfully managed to reverse deforestation. Legislation legislation by making suitable changes in the law so the cutting trees in the forest will not only lead to deforestation being controlled in a major way, but its flow may also be reversed. The conclusion is if you do not put an end to deforestation, all of its forest will disappear within the next 100 years. So please plant tree and breathe oxygen for free. Any questions? Thank you.